Night, John boy.
Good night, Mary Ellen.
Yo, John boy,
Yes, Jim Bob.
they said in Sunday school that we're all learning the same stuff. It's like called the story or something like that. Something about how the Bible is all one big story, made up of all these little stories, and it's all God's story or something like that.
I think that's right. In our Sunday school class, we started right from the beginning of the story, when God made the earth out of nothing, then He made us. God made us to keep Himself company. Imagine that.
Yeah, we learned that too. Only we didn't do such a good job keeping God company. We sort of messed up.
Mary Ellen and Mama,
Yes, Elizabeth.
did you see that picture I drew from the story of the big tree and the mean old snake?
Wow, that snake looked pretty scary. Can you tell me what that picture was all about?
Yes, Mama. It was when Adam and Eve got sort of full of themselves and decided to eat some of that fruit that God didn't want them to.
Well, our Sunday school class talked all about what you drew. Did you know that God was really disappointed in them when they did that? God still loved Adam and Eve even after they disobeyed Him, but God still had to make them leave the garden to live on their own. How about your class, Mary Ellen?
Yes, that was so sad. In our Sunday school class, we talked about the God side of the story and the human side of the story. Sort of helped explain how we humans keep messing stuff up, but that through it all, God never changes and still loves us. Grandpa, did your Sunday school class talk about the story?
I can hear you, sweetie. You know, I thought an old codger like me couldn't learn nothing new. But when I got together with the other old fellows and talked about the story, I found out I was just as human as the next guy. It sure would have been nice to stay in the garden, though. I actually can't wait to read the next chapter to see which story comes out. And I don't even like to read.
It's sort of cool being able to talk to all y'all because about what we've been studying in at church. It makes me feel like I sort of know something.
Yo, Mama, where's Daddy, Grandma, Ben, Jason, and Aaron?
Well, they all still at church rehearsing for a skit they're putting together for next week's story.
Why can't we all be in the skit?
Well, Preacher David said we could do the next one. He said if the whole family was all in it, between the choir and the praise band and the sound guys, half our pews would be empty.
Good night, Mama. Good night, Mary Ellen.
Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night, Jim Bob. Good night, Grandpa.
Good night, everybody, including the congregation.
Everybody, remember to say your prayers. Good night, John boy.
Good night, John boy.